Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about Mercury in the first house in the natal chart. Now, first off, as some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the Mercury placements in the houses in the natal chart. They were a little bit concise, and some people may have referred to them as snappy. So what I decided to do was make another series on them in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. Well, the first thing up on this is that Mercury in the first house can be like, comparable to Mercury in Aries, but naturally you've got a blend. The zodiac signs that Mercury and Aries in the first house, as an example, can be much different than Mercury in the zodiac sign Cancer in the first house. Now, the thing about this is that when you have this placement, now Mercury, of course, is connected with communications, so there may be a lot of communications that connected with the self-interest, the physical body, one's appearance, the outlook on life. Um, it could be identity matters that are the early childhood, one's environment. If Mercury is in Taurus in the first house, it could be communicating about having just a very stable, peaceful, tranquil environment, as an example, and also doing things that are associated. You could say with the people that were prominent in one's early childhood, a grandparent even. There could be a lot of communication about those things, new beginnings, new projects and endeavors when they start. Now, Mercury in the first house also, well, Mercury is connected with assimilating information. So the person with this placement may assimilate information, a very impatient matter. There may be a lot of activity in this, a lot of energy expended on doing so. The person may enjoy, gathering information, about matters with the physical body. It could be how to improve it. Mercury's in Scorpio in the first house, as an example. It could be about how to transform the physical body, such as working out vigorously. It could be doing things where you're assimilating information, also connected with new beginnings as well, with this placement. And also, really, it could be about people that played a provocative role in your early childhood as well, and a grandparent even. Now, another thing about Mercury in astrology is connect with analysis. So, therefore, with Mercury positive in the first house, you may often analyze matters pertaining to the physical body, to your appearance, to making new starts, new projects and endeavors, and also matters with courage as well, matters regarding the self, you know, and how you're projecting yourself to others. And this would be especially true if Mercury is in the same sign as your ascendant, because the ascendant is your outer demeanor, how you project yourself, how you come across to other people, and also about making, first impressions on people. You may often analyze, well, how am I going to make this good first impression on another person, whether it's a prospective employer or whatever it might be, a significant other, that potential significant other or what have you. So now, another thing is that Mercury is also associated with siblings, cousins, and neighbors. So Mercury positive in the first house. Siblings, cousins, and neighbors may take more of a toll on the person's physical energy, their vitality. It may be something where they may be more involved in the person's, general environment, and even playing some role in one's outlook on life. And these people may affect, how you project yourself to others, how you appear, your appearance to some degree, for good or bad. the connection with these people are not good, then naturally you're going to, it might affect your appearance and, how you come across to others, and adversely. And the opposite could be true. If the connection is more favorable, therefore you may come across, in a more positive manner, to others, as some examples. And I'm just thinking about this too, and these people may also figure prominently in new beginnings, new projects and endeavors. Well, Mercury in astrology is also associated with short journeys and local transportation. So what it is when you have this placement, talking about, the first house being connected with our vitality and energy, that, these things may take, more of a toll on the physical body. There may be a lot of, activity involved with short journeys and doing things. The short journeys may often be connected with new starts that one wants to embark on in their life. They may be connected with courage, and also there may be a lot of impatience, little hesitation or procrastination in these matters as well. They could also be, connected with, people prominent in your early childhood, a grandparent. Really, this is about, it could also be often about making, good first impressions on others, whether it's applying for a lot, many different jobs or what have you, or, potential, relationship situations. This could be, the thing about this, placement as well, is that when you have, Mercury, in the first house, in your natal chart, Mercury is connected, as stated before, being associated with, short journeys and local transportation. So, so driving, can be connected with this as well, your vehicles. And this is where you may, desire, as far as driving goes, being, fast, could be fast driving, impatient, very, impatient in these matters. Maybe, I would say the person may need to be more prudent and careful when on the road, more so than the average person. Um, it could be where the person may be very impulsive behind the wheel, but there may be some innovative, ideas connected with this. Remember, the first house does correspond with the zodiac sign Aries, so there may be some pioneering, ideas that are connected with vehicles that the person may have. Um, Also, too, when you have, and also driving, these matters may be connected with people prominent in one's early childhood and a grandparent even. Another thing about Mercury in astrology, it's associated with our early education. So when you have Mercury in the first house, the early education may have been something where you may have been somewhat, it could have been, there might have been some impulsive energy connected with it, maybe taking some courses, impulsively without really, thinking it over. Um, it may have been, doing something, this is associated with early education, may have involved, a grandparent more, maybe people that were prominent in your early childhood. The environment may have played, more of a role in how you did at this time. Maybe there may be situations with people who are a little more contentious, more combative than most. The thing about this too is you may have been very, this is a person too that may be very inquisitive, restless, loquacious, communicative as well. And these qualities may be seen readily on a first impression by others. Mercury is also associated with rational thinking, a rational mind. So, the rational mind, may be such in some cases where it may have been, maybe flavored by anger to some degree. Again, we are talking about the first house, which corresponds with the zodiac sign Aries. but it's also, imperative for a person to have a good environment in order, I would say, for them to think rationally with this placement in their natal chart. And the rational mind may often, it could be affected more by, people that were prominent in one's early childhood and a grandparent even. And also too, the rational thinking may have, the person may, as far as rationally thinking goes, they may apply this, toward, toward their appearance, toward matters, with the physical body, what they need to do. And, how a person thinks rationally may often affect these things more so than the average person, as far as, how they come across to others, their appearance, as some examples. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.